What is going on, beautiful people of the world? My name is Garrett Wolf, and I am the host of the #1 podcast for people who are trying to go from skinny fat to fitness freak. I've built my body over the last 8 years through trial and error, and in the last 3 years, I've helped hundreds of online clients shred unwanted fat and embody the best version of themselves. Now, let's jump right into today's show. Shit. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Garrett Wolf podcast. This is the #1 show for people who are trying to go from skinny fat to six-pack abs, all without giving up the most enjoyable aspects of their life. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about something kind of funny that happened to me yesterday. After I ran the podcast yesterday morning, I went out of my room, I was listening to a podcast, and I accidentally made my dog piss himself, which was hilarious, and there's a lot of correlations, a lot of correlatives to a fitness journey, motivation, dedication, and all those things. So I'm going to be diving deep into some of those topics today. And I'm going to wrap it up with a little bit of a funny story that happened. Like I said, I accidentally made my dog piss himself, which was hilarious, but also kind of tragic because I did have to clean it up afterwards, which was kind of unfortunate. But in any case, if you enjoyed today's episode or you think I have anything valuable to say, then once again, please screenshot my face, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at _Garrett Wolf, and I will reshare that shit to my story and send you a free gift. But I wanted to talk today a little bit about motivation, a little bit about dedication, and I'm going to tie it all together with a story about how I accidentally made my dog piss himself yesterday, which was hilarious after I ran the podcast. So what happened was, let's start from the beginning. So I ran the podcast, everything was cool, I uploaded it, and then I went outside and I started listening to my own not my own podcast, but my mentor's podcast. He runs a podcast similar to the podcast that I run. I take a lot of motivation from him. I love listening to his podcasts. I think he's got a lot of valuable things to say. If you guys want to check him out, he's a online mentor for online trainers. His name is BMarkFit, so you can look that up on Instagram if you're curious. But he runs a podcast called the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer Podcast. And I was listening to this podcast, and he dove a little bit deep into a story. And so I'm going to dive a little bit into that story with you guys right now because it ties all together in my story where I accidentally made my dog piss himself. So here's how it all started. I was listening to this podcast, and he started telling a story about how he was training an in-person client to get ready for a bodybuilding competition, right? So this is super intensive. Little side note, I've been trying to get ready myself to potentially run a bodybuilding competition. I'm currently in the works of trying to find a coach. If I can find a coach that'll run it with me, I'll do a bodybuilding competition in the next few months because I'm really lean right now, and I think it could be a cool opportunity to run a bodybuilding show right now. Since I'm already pretty lean, all I would have to do is run a contest prep. So let me know if you guys think I should run a bodybuilding competition. Throw it in the comments. Let me know. Shoot me a DM if you think I should run a bodybuilding competition because I think that'll be super fun. It'll be my debut, the first one ever. So, anyway, back to the story. So my mentor was coaching someone for a bodybuilding competition, right? And they did everything. My man was going so low in calories, super duper low, doing everything possible, being dedicated as fuck, never missed a workout, didn't cheat on his diet plan even once, got his water intake down to a T. Everything was perfect, right? It was flawless. They thought that he was going to win this competition for sure. Like, it was set in stone in the books. Normally, when you do a bodybuilding competition like this and you get everything dialed, everything checked into a T, normally that person is going to win because there's so many variables, so many things that you have to dial in and get ready for a bodybuilding competition. And my man had everything dialed, everything checked to the max. He was ready to go, right? So then he hopped on stage. And unfortunately, he placed, I think it was either second place or something like that, but he didn't win. So he didn't win the overall trophy. And after the show, they were like, what the hell, man? Like, how could we not win? How could we not win? I did everything I possibly know how. Like, you did everything. You told me I did everything that you told me to do. I did everything in my power. I had my meals dialed. I had my workouts dialed. My diet was all the way down to like 1,400 calories. How could this possibly not work? And so my mentor, the coach that was coaching this man for the bodybuilding competition, was a little bit stumped at first. He was like, that's weird. That's fuck, you really did do everything in your power. You did everything possible. We did everything. Everything was dialed. What was the problem? And so he goes up to him at the end of the show and he says, bro, do you think that you deserve to win this show? And he said, yeah, man, like, yeah, I did everything. I was dialed, everything was good. Everything was going well. And he was like, no, dude, I'm not talking about the things that you did. I mean, you, yourself. Do you believe that you deserve to win this show? And he thought to a second. He was a little bit stumped and he was like, honestly, no, maybe not. I don't know if I'm worthy of winning a bodybuilding show, I've been working out for so long. I've been doing all these things, but I don't know if me myself am worthy of winning a bodybuilding competition myself. And so he was like, that's it. That's the reason that you didn't win. So here's what we're going to do. This was his plan. He said, we're going to sign you up for another competition in 4 weeks from now. But this time we're going to run through prep again, just the same as we did last time, keeping everything dialed, making sure everything is right, just like it was before. But this time we're going to add in one new thing. This time, every single morning, I want you to wake up, first thing in the morning, wake up, go outside, put your hands up in the air and scream, I'm the fucking one! And you're going to do that every single day for the next 30 days over the 4-week prep. And this time, you're going to win the show. Because you're going to know, in your soul, you're going to know that you deserve to win. Because you've been affirming it positively every single day. So every single day, this is what he did. He went outside. I don't want to peek the mic, but he would go outside every single morning and he would go, I'm the fucking one! I'm the fucking one! And he would scream that over and over and over again outside every single morning. First thing, what is he doing? This is positive affirmation. This is what I talk about when I say taking a belief and turning it into a reoccurring thought. You can believe that you're the one. You can believe that you deserve to win a bodybuilding show. But if you don't turn it into a reoccurring thought, it won't actually seep into your soul. You won't actually believe it to the core of your existence. It might just be a thought. It might just be a belief, something you thought of 1 or 2 times. But to turn it into a reoccurring thought, something that you believe to your core, you need to say it over and over and over again every single motherfucking day of your life. First thing in the morning, every day, he was outside on the balcony, hands in the air. I'm the fucking one! Every single day without fail, he hit this because he's a dedicated individual. He knows what it takes to accomplish his goals. It's a little bit voodoo wishy-washy, right, guys? But it's really not. It's really not voodoo when you think about it. Because to turn a belief into a reoccurring thought, you have to say it over and over and over again. You have to speak it into existence. You have to talk it into reality. It's not just going to be because you want it to be. So for a belief to become a reoccurring thought, something that you know true to your core, you have to say it over and over and over again and literally chant it. Make it your mantra. This is what we talk about when we say inside of the academy, taking your beliefs and turning them into reoccurring thoughts by putting them in your environment, putting posters up on your wall, changing your phone background. This is something that helped me immensely when I first transitioned from being just a normal guy in college to being an online fitness coach. I had to change my phone background, change my computer background, put posters up all over my walls. I got a vision board right there. I got a globe in the back. You guys see that? This right here, this candle and this bottle of effing vodka represents freedom. And then this guy over here, this is Nathaniel the Skinny Fat Narp. He represents skinny fat people who are unhappy with their life, unconfident, and want to get 6-pack abs. That's him right there, chilling up there, being all lazy and shit. I have things in my environment to remind me of my goals, dreams, and ambitions everywhere I fucking go. And that's how I can stay so motivated. That's how I can stay so dedicated to my craft. And that's how this man who was underneath my mentor, who was training to become a bodybuilding competitor, was able to win his next show. All he did was go onto his balcony every single morning, throw his hands in the air and scream, I'm the fucking one, over and over and over again. And he ended up winning that next show. That was 4 weeks later. And the only difference between the first show and the second show 4 weeks later was that he went on his balcony every single morning with his hands in the air and he screamed, I'm the fucking one. So, if you guys are watching at home right now, I got 2 cameras. That's why I'm pointing at you. But if you guys are at home right now and you're having trouble with belief, you're having trouble with believing that you can be the one to accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish, whether it's a weight loss goal, whether you want to put on some muscle, whether you want to get a six-pack, whether you're skinny, fat, and unconfident and you want to gain a little bit of confidence, I just want you to put your hands in the air right now if you feel me on this and scream with me, I'm the fucking one! Because that's what it takes. That's what it's going to take to become successful in your life. You're going to have to actually believe it. You think that you can just think something and that you'll believe it to your core? No chance. You have to speak that shit into reality, make it real, and then you'll start believing it. Then and only then will you start believing that you're actually the fucking one capable of achieving your goals. You guys feel me on this? You can't just think it. You got to speak it into existence. This is the only change he made, and he won that second bodybuilding competition where he lost the first one, and the only difference was the belief in himself. That was the only difference, was the belief in himself, the belief to his core. And this brings me to my story. So I was listening to this podcast, right, guys? And you guys could probably see where this is going. I was walking around my house, right? And I was like, shit! I was getting amped up. I was fired up. I was like, that's it. It's the belief. It's the belief that changes someone. It's the speaking it into existence that changes someone, that crafts, that molds these successful people. So what did I do? I put my shit down. I threw my hands in the air and I started screaming. I'm the fucking one! I'm the fucking one! I'm the fucking one! And then I look to my right, and my dog is pissing himself on the carpet. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? My dog is just pissing himself out of nowhere. I'm screaming, I'm the fucking one! He's pissing himself. I look over and he's like quivering, shaking, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, I go over to him at first because I'm like, bro, what's wrong? Like, is everything all good? And I realized he was just shivering from my shouting. And then I realized, I was like, dude, this is it right here. This is the difference. He is the one shivering, shaking, and literally pissing himself on the carpet, and I'm the one being delusional, screaming my self-beliefs into reality, saying I'm the fucking one over and over and over again at the top of my lungs, just breathing life into my own existence, and he's in the corner shivering and shaking and pissing himself on the carpet. And I was like, dude, at first I was empathetic, right? I was like, oh shit, like sorry dog, I didn't mean to scare you, right? But then I realized, I was like, this is it. This is the difference. I'm the delusional self-belief person, the successful person, and he's the person that sits in the corner, spectates, watches as other people accomplish things, and literally pisses himself when any kind of realness starts to be brought onto him in his real life. When any kind of physical representation of a goal comes into his reality, he shivers, shakes, and quivers and pisses himself on the carpet. And I'm like, that is the difference between success and failure. When your dreams come right before your very eyes, when your dreams, goals, and ambitions are shown to you right before your very eyes, are you going to quiver? Are you going to shake and piss yourself on the carpet? Or are you going to throw your hands up while you're scared, mind you, because successful people get scared. They feel all the emotions that normal people feel as well, because we're all human. So when you see your goals in front of you and you get scared, are you going to be the dog in the corner, shivering, quivering, and pissing himself on the carpet? Or are you going to be the delusional self-belief person who throws his hands in the air and says, I'm the fucking one, no matter what challenge approaches me, no matter what thing comes up in my life, no matter what obstacle I face, I'm going to throw my hands up in the face of fear and scream, I'm the fucking one, because I'll be delusionally self-believing until I accomplish my dreams, until I accomplish my goals, until I reach my ambitions, and I refuse to sit in the corner quivering, shivering, and pissing on myself like a fucking scared dog. You guys feel me on this? Who's fucking with me on this? Are you gonna be a little shaky, quivery dog in the corner, shaking yourself all scared? Oh, my dreams scare me. It's too expensive. I can't work out 6 times a week. I'm gonna get tired. Oh no, I can't get 10,000 steps a day. I'm gonna get tired. I can't eat healthy. I'm gonna get tired. Healthy food tastes bad. I wanna eat my cupcakes. Are you gonna shiver and quiver and piss yourself like a fucking dog? Or are you gonna be the man that you know you wanna be? Are you going to throw your hands in the air and say, I'm the fucking one, no matter what challenge comes to you, no matter what obstacle seems to be in your way, no matter what brick wall you have to run through? What kind of guy are you going to be? All right, guys, are you going to be the dog in the corner? Are you going to be the fucking barbaric, self-diluted, self-believing man who stands up to his dreams, goals, and ambitions, looks at them dead in the eyes, puts his hands in the air and says, I'm the fucking one. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of this podcast. It's up to you. It's your decision. So right now, I just want you to decide. And if you have decided, which you should have already by now, then I want you to lock in your decision by throwing your hands in the air and saying, I'm the fucking one, and I refuse to back down. All right, guys, if you got value from what I said today, please screenshot my face, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at _Garrett Wolf, and I'll reshare it to my story and send you a free gift. Other than that, guys, it's been your boy Garrett Wolf, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace, peace! Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you got some value. If you did get value and you want to learn a little bit more about how you can go from skinny fat to fitness freak, just head over to my Instagram at _Garrett Wolf and DM me the word muscles, and I'll reach out to you and see if I can help. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace, peace!